What I am about to do in this video is something I have never done before. I am going to build a custom mechanical keyboard from scratch right in front of your eyes and mine, and probably screw it up because I'm guessing this isn't going to be pretty. And everything is going to be sourced through Amazon. This is an Amazon only build because, I don't know, it's Prime and I want to get it in a couple days. We're going to go through the buying process. You're going to see me try to figure this stuff out in real time. And then when I get everything in, we're going to put it together and just see if we can make this awesome. Now, just to be clear, I don't know anything about this stuff for the most part. I've watched some YouTube videos with some general advice. I kind of have a bit of a sense for the different pieces that I need to buy and a little bit of the process, but I've never done it, and I kind of have no idea what I'm doing with it. This should be a bit of an adventure. Buckle up. Okay, so first I want to make sure that I know exactly what I'm gonna buy. And since I have no idea really what's going on, I don't want to screw it up, so I'm going to use AI, and we'll see how good AI is at consulting me to figure out how to build this keyboard myself. So we need a case, we need a PCB, printed circuit board, switches, stabilizers. This is already getting kind of overwhelming. Keycaps. Plate. I'm guessing that some of these things will come together. Cable, soldering kit. If your PCB, no, we'll get a hot swappable PCB and then a screwdriver. Okay, case, PCB, switches, stabilizers, keycaps, plate, and cable. Okay, so the first thing I need is a PCB. Oh, layout. Oh, what layout do I want? I'm thinking 65%. I kind of selfishly want a volume knob. I know that's a thing that you can get. Okay, so these keyboard kits, it looks like they come with, okay, so like, let's look at this one. Hot swappable, Bluetooth 5.0, 2.4 gigahertz, Type-C, tri-mode, wireless RGB mechanical keyboard, PCB mounting plate kit. I'm kind of liking this. What do the reviews say? I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the red because I've got like a bit of a red mouse mat here. Okay, so we have that. We've got our PCB kit. Now we need switches. Let's see if we can find some Gateron red switches because that seems good. 72 pieces. Oh, and then there's linear. 120. I don't need 120 switches. So 72 is good. It's Gateron red, and they're pre-lubed. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Okay, so we got the switches. So now it's just the keycaps. What kind of keycaps do I need? What the hell? This is too cute for me. No thanks. No, that would be confusing. This is interesting. How would the red and green go together? Would it look too much like Christmas? Add to cart. Keyboard lube kit, mint keycaps, Gateron switches, and then the PCB. $129.93. That's not that bad. Wait, what was that? Amazon's here already? Okay, let's build. We've got our switches, lube kit, green keycaps, the case, and PCB. Very nice. Very nice. The big thing that I have to make a decision about here, if we want to go through the work of lubing the switches or not, because so these are factory lubed, and I was doing some research on this, you know, like, okay, so are pre-lubed, factory lubed switches good enough? The answer, of course, was maybe. So it really comes down to personal preference, I guess. So maybe what we'll try to do is see if we can just see how they sound, I guess, and feel. So let's get these out. Now I got to figure out which way is up on these switches. So this is what the switches look like here. You can see we've got the cross there. To the back, this is what I'm not as sure about. You've got the pins there. So the question is, where do these pins go? I see the diagonal pins here. This actually looks like it might be right. Let's try. I think we got it. Let's look at our keycaps now because we want to test these. So we got to get out the keycaps to do that. And really right now I'm just trying to see how it sounds and feels with the pre-lube. I kind of like it. It's a little thocky from the beginning. Well, from what I've seen on YouTube videos. So should we lube the M and then see if that is an improvement or not? So let's get out our lube. We need to disassemble the switch. So this means basically, I think, putting the switch in this device and separating out all of its parts. So let's give that a shot. Oh, jeez. Did you see that snap back at me? So this piece came out, and then the spring is separate, and then there's this. So the switch is in 4 parts. Jeez. I have to do this for 72 of them? Holy crap. there we go. After all that, we have ourselves a lubed switch. Yippee. Let's just see if there's really any difference at all that we can see between the N, which is pre-lubed and sounds fantastic, by the way, and this, which I just painstakingly lubed. Please do tell me in the comments which one you like the best. I'm a little bit torn. I'm just gonna do the rest without lube, so that we can see what this thing sounds like pre-lubed. Because honestly, it sounds pretty freaking good pre-lubed, to be honest with you. And then because I can always go back and mod it with more lube. Next step is get the switches on. You know, somebody used to say to me, like, oh, building a computer is like grown-up Legos. It's like adult Legos, man. And now that I've built computers, I have to say, I don't agree. But you want to know what is like adult Legos? This is adult Legos. Getting some insight here now that I've done a bunch of switches in a row to how I'm getting these in a little bit easier. I mean, they need a little bit of force to get in, and everything just seems so delicate with this that I don't think I wanted to do that, and that's why when I was first starting, like you may be at some point, that's the issue that I was having. I didn't want to put too much force on it, but now I'm seeing that I have to put more force than I think I need to put to get it in there, but now it's going pretty smoothly with that in mind. Oh, now this is interesting. Watch out for this. So when I was doing force, take a look at this. You can see it there, but the pins got bent when I was putting it in because I tried to force it in too much the wrong way. Don't do that. I would not be surprised at all if some of these keys don't work because of bent pins. I've actually looked at it. Beware. This is 2 so far. I have bent trying to get them in because it's so hard to tell if you're doing it right when you're applying force. Do the keycaps. Cool things here is, I like this keycap set a lot, and I'm sure that I'll have further thoughts on it as we actually use it. But I think one of the interesting things is that, like let's say that I don't want these leaf arrow keys forever, but I like the rest of it. I could just replace them. This sounds good. I'm really liking my pre-lube decision. Okay, here we are. What do you think? Too Christmassy? No, I think it's cool. Should we do a sound test? What do you think? Do we thock? Sounds like it to me. Okay, now for the moment of truth. Here we go. We're going to plug it in. Ooh, look at that RGB light up. Very nice. Very nice. And there you have it. We have made ourselves a keyboard. Pretty cool. I'm really happy with it. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that when I was testing it afterwards, there were, I think, 5 keys that weren't working. And this is important for me to mention, I think, if you're getting into your first one, because in every case, I pulled out the switch and I had bent the pins. And I was able to either rebend them or use ones that I had left over that weren't damaged yet. It's just, you got to be careful. Very nuanced, like the level of pressure you need to use to put these in. I'm super happy with this thing. I think it looks good. It feels really good. I think I purchased the right stuff. I mean, it looks great all on Amazon. Tell me, have you built one of these before? Are you super experienced? Would you have lubed in this situation or just gone with what we had there? I'd love to talk about this in the comments and see how you're feeling about all of this. And if you got value from this video, if it helped you get ready for your first keyboard build, or you learned something new, hitting the like button and subscribing always goes a long way.
Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.